I'm Max Lopez, and this is the Blue Wave. Donald Trump seems to be reeling from his debate defeat, and you can really just tell by how much harder the GOP is going on this anti-immigrant stance that they have. And it's to the point where they're not even trying to hide their Nazi-like platform when it comes to illegal immigration anymore. And it's just out there in the open for all of us to see. So first, we're going to start off with a clip from Sean Hannity's show where he gets cut off, presumably by one of his own producers or somebody at Fox News during a nasty, nasty rant about illegals. Then we'll look at a clip from Donald Trump's rally yesterday in Tucson, Arizona, where he had some similarly awful, nasty things to say about immigrants coming into this country. And then finally, we'll look at J.D. Vance talking on CNBC about the economics of immigration. And I'll just point out about just how wrong he is. So first, let's jump into this clip of Sean Hannity.
I pray to God, and I mean this as we think of the 23rd anniversary of 9/11, I pray to God I'm wrong. I doubt I am. These unvetted Harris Biden illegals with known terror ties from Iran, Syria, Egypt, Afghanistan, from China, Russia, Venezuela, they are plotting, they are planning, they are scheming future terror attacks on our homeland. And even FBI Director Wray has been saying as much. It's not a matter of when. Well, it is a matter of when, not a matter of if. I pray to God I'm wrong. They will have blood on their hands, just like they do over every American that has been murdered and raped by their unvetted illegal immigrants, over 11 million that they have allowed into this country. The illegals that Kamala wants to decriminalize, provide free housing, health care, education. Now, taxpayer-funded.
Always dry scoop before you run.
Listen to me. A hot dog diet got me shredded.
It's time we listen to science.
Instruction from his airway. It's very important for every household to have a life vest.
Everyone should have one in their home. Anything can happen at any moment.
I want my friends and family and people that I serve to know.
So as you can see there, Sean Hannity was cut off during his rant. It just goes black, and then it cuts to these pictures of Harris campaigning. And now I'll fast forward to when Sean Hannity comes back and just listen to his excuse for what he says the reason is he got cut off.
Months, minimizing.
All right, by the way, apologies. We do have things in television. Occasionally it's called technical difficulties, and apparently something knocked us off the air. Probably a left-wing, radical, liberal conspiracy. At least I'd say that if I was Hillary Clinton. Anyway, welcome back. We're glad.
So there it is. Hannity claiming that he was knocked off air because of a left-wing, radical, liberal conspiracy, when in fact, his nastiness is gotten so bad when it comes to illegal immigrants. It's very likely that somebody higher up of Fox cut him off because of how awful the words that were coming out of his mouth were. I think that that's much more likely than this being some sort of accident. And it just goes to show how deranged the right is getting the closer we get to this election, and the less and less their chances of winning get. So now we'll head on over to this clip of Donald Trump at his rally yesterday, just going fully unhinged on immigrants. Check this out.
Likewise, the small 4,000-person town of Charleroi, Pennsylvania. Have you heard of it? Charleroi. What a beautiful name. But it's not so beautiful now. Has experienced a 2,000% increase in the population of Haitian migrants under Kamala Harris. So Pennsylvania, remember this when you have to go to vote. Okay, just remember this. 2,000% increase. This is a small town. All of a sudden, they got thousands of people. The schools are scrambling to hire translators for the influx of students who don't speak not a word of English, costing local taxpayers hundreds of thousands of dollars, and the town is virtually bankrupt. This flood of illegal aliens is also bringing massive crime to the town and every place near it. Earlier this year in Massachusetts, one of the Haitian illegals who Kamala flew into America was charged with raping a 15-year-old girl and badly hurting that girl. Also in Massachusetts, a Haitian migrant was charged with raping a pregnant woman and beating her very badly. Yet another Haitian migrant who she imported was arrested for molesting a 10-year-old child who lived right next door. The child next door was badly hurt. In New York this year, an illegal brought in through Kamala's migrant phone app was charged with savagely murdering his two roommates. He had two roommates set up by the people that set that up in this country. Welcome. They go, welcome. What would you like? Oh, I'd like to have a nice room. Okay, we'll give you two roommates. Viciously stabbing them to death. But these are just a few of the many stories. There are hundreds and hundreds. There are thousands of stories. They're coming in from all over the world, from prisons and jails, from mental institutions and insane asylums, and many tourists at numbers that we have never seen before. You've never seen these numbers before, Art. You never saw these numbers before. Have you? You've never seen anything like this. This is unique, at least with you. It's unique. We cannot let this happen to our country. It will not end well unless Donald J. Trump is elected the 47th president.
So he goes on there, but you get the gist of it. Just the fear-mongering levels have gone off the charts when it comes to drumming up people's worst fears about illegal immigrants. And what we know statistically is that in the United States of America, it is a fact that you are much more likely to suffer a violent crime from a white person than you are an illegal immigrant, right? White crime is in fact much higher than crimes that illegal immigrants commit. And, you know, just the way that he goes, there's more of these cases, there's hundreds of them, there's thousands of them. It's just so disingenuous and so nasty how Trump is playing right to people's worst primal fears about others coming into this country and harming them, when again, in fact, American-born people, white people from this country, you're much more likely to suffer a violent crime from them than from illegal immigrants. So lastly here, we'll look at J.D. Vance just being completely wrong about the economics of illegal immigration.
Goldman Sachs report is everywhere, and you heard it the other night. You heard Vice President Harris. A lot of the analysis that went into that report is based on immigration. And I guess if you were to close the border completely and try to expel 13, 15 million, deport undocumented people that are here, that would take a half of a percentage point off GDP every year. To me, it seems like things cost money that I don't know if Americans would choose to open the southern border and allow all the people that come in to stay for a half a point of GDP. That doesn't make sense to me. But do you see the analysis that there have been positive aspects to for the jobs market and for the labor situation from immigration?
I've certainly seen these reports, and look, for a generation, Wall Street has said that the way to create prosperity in this country is to flood the country with cheap labor and offsource our manufacturing to places like China, which use cheap slave labor. What that's actually led is to communities like Springfield, Ohio, where you have 20,000 Haitians who have come in. Housing costs are unaffordable, communicable diseases are on the rise, and people can't afford to live a good life in this small Ohio town. If the path to prosperity was flooding your nation with low-wage immigrants, then Springfield, Ohio would be the most prosperous country and the most prosperous city in the world. America would be the most prosperous country in the world because Kamala Harris has flooded the country with 25 million legal aliens. What's actually happened is that over the past 3.5 years,
So they can't seem to agree on the number of how many illegals are coming to the country. First of all, you got Hannity saying it was 12 million, and then Trump was saying it was 22 million during the debate. JD Vance here is saying 25 million. And then you had Trump also claiming during the debate that the number is actually probably much, much higher than 22 million. So who the hell knows exactly what they're claiming in terms of how many illegals they think are coming into the country. It's just pull a number out that sounds scary and big and to claim it. But I have news for JD Vance. We are the most prosperous country in the world. We are. America. It's like, hello, dude, wake up and smell the coffee. We are the richest country in the world. Our country was built on the back of slave labor and illegal immigration, right? Illegal and legal in the railroad system, right? Being completely built by immigrants. Where would we be without a railroad system? Where would America have gotten without the use of slave labor? So, we totally owe immigrants and people coming to this country to work here a huge debt of gratitude for our country being in the position that it's in. So for JD Vance to turn around and say, oh, well, imagine if we were to let immigrants in the numbers that Harris and Walz want to, we would never be prosperous, or that's not the path to prosperity. Dude, that is exactly how we've gotten to be as prosperous as we are. So the arguments make no sense. All they're doing is drumming up fear and hatred because it's all the GOP has to get people to vote for them. They don't offer any kind of hope, any kind of vision of unity. It's all fear mongering and trying to rile up people to hate each other and to hate people who look different, who speak different languages, who come from different parts of the world, who have different backgrounds. And it's absolutely abhorrent and disgusting. No matter how many times we hear this slime coming out of the mouths of people on the right, it's never any less disgusting to me. And I just really wanted to highlight some of how far this is starting to get with the illegal immigration. They're not even trying to make it seem like it's not a Nazi platform, because it is. So that's all I got for you guys in this one. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, share with somebody who's into politics. All these things help YouTube take the channel more seriously, and it helps the channel grow and more people can hear the message. So take care, everyone. I'll catch you guys in the next video. All right, peace.